Hola, estudiantes. I wanted to go over the syllabus with you guys on Screencastify, even though we'll probably talk about it in Zoom as well. Uh, so, welcome to UW Spanish 103. This is a challenging UW course. You have the choice to enroll in the University of Washington and earn credit for this course or just get high school credit for it. So if you choose to get UW credit, I know you all will be successful doing it. We are doing the exact same thing they're doing at the university uh, to earn credit. The only difference is they would do this in one quarter. We have the whole year, or if things kind of look like what we got going on right now, we have 2 quarters. So we have at least twice as long to finish this curriculum as you would have at the University of Washington. So that's really an awesome thing. The other thing I love about the UW credit is that unlike the AP test, where it all comes down to just one test, and if you have a great day, yay, you might get credit. You have a bad day, the whole year is a waste. Most students, whenever I've taught this, everyone's gotten credit, unless they kind of just petered out and stopped working. And the reason is it doesn't come down to one test. It's very much like you would get in a high school. So these are the parts of what you get graded on. There's going to be 5 tests. We go through 5 chapters. We're actually going to go through 6 chapters because for the high school, because there's one chapter we need to do to kind of get you ready to do the other chapters. But for the UW grade, you'll have 5 tests, 1 speaking test, which you'll be ready for. You'll do great on. Class participation, which will be the Zooms, and the UW is requiring that we do at least 3 Zooms a week. So you'll need to attend those. They call it my Spanish lab activities, but basically it's your workbook. And so what I've done is I've combined the homework activities and the Spanish lab activities into 20% of your grade, and it comes out the same. So it's basically workbook homework or out of the book homework. So it's the same thing. You'll have 4 compositions, and don't stress about those. There's a lot of scaffolding. So we work in class to talk about like how to write an outline. Then you do a rough draft, and then I give you feedback on the rough draft, and it's your final. So you're going to do fine on those too. The collaborative tasks are really fun. It's basically 4 out of the 5 chapters, you'll have these speaking tasks, and they'll ask you to, for example, maybe you have, I think one of them is you have to come up with a slogan for how to stay healthy, and then you talk about like, well, what are the things we want to have in our campaign, and you just do it all in Spanish. But what we've been doing is working on that vocab all the way up until you have the collaborative tasks. And then the cultural portfolio, actually, they just added this last year, and it made me kind of giggle because it's basically culture credit. And you'll need to do 3 things, like anything from watching a movie in Spanish and then writing about it in English, which is nice. So it's not about the Spanish language, it's more about the culture. So you'd watch a movie about something in Argentina or something. You can also go to cultural events, and there might be some online events that I can steer you towards. And then also have a conversation with a native speaker is another option. There's other things too. And actually, if you click on this link at the very top of the syllabus, it will take you to, I'll just go there right now. It'll take you to the UW site, Spanish 103, elementary Spanish. Don't be insulted, just means beginning Spanish. And then it's very thorough, very thorough. So you'll see over here everything like, oh, you want to know more about collaborative tasks? Click on the collaborative tasks, and it'll take you to what those look like and how they're graded. You want to know more about the cultural portfolio? You click on that, and there you have all the options of things that you can do for, oh, look, you can listen to a full musical album in Spanish and choose your favorite song. Write a review of the album in English. These get to be in English. So lots of fun things. It's basically culture credit. Oh, can you believe it? So this link at the top of your syllabus right here, really useful. And then the homework activities I told you is going to be mushed together with the Spanish lab. So if you're getting the UW credit, you will be required to do all of these things. If you're getting high school credit, you'll be required to do most of those things. Some of those things will be excused. Here is kind of the layout of what we're going to do for first quarter, first semester. And it's kind of very similar to like UW in the sense that when you go to college, you have like 3 classes a day, and that's what you're going to have here. So we will spend a week just kind of doing an introduction, quick review of the present tense, like not even a review, just fill out a chart. Do you remember the present? And then we're going into chapter 10, which is not part of the 103 curriculum, but we have to do it because I don't know if everybody got all this information. Well, especially if you're going straight from second year to third to college Spanish. So we're going to talk about the preterite, the past tense, and how to conjugate that in the regular form. And then there's some irregular ones, quite a few that we're going to talk about. And then some of the vocab, just kind of get used to the format of the book and everything. But this doesn't count for the University of Washington. But we will take time to do that first cultural portfolio assignment, which will count for the University of Washington. And I'm doing that just so that it doesn't pile up all at the end. So I kind of spread it out over the course of a year. And then the next 3 weeks, we will be learning the imperfect verb tense, which is another past tense, and some vocabulary. And you get to write your first essay. I promise that you'll get lots of support on it, so don't freak out. And then we'll have our first test, actually after Christmas. So, and then our last 3 weeks, we will be working on commands, which I think you had last year, so that'll be good. And then also vocabulary related to medicine and health, which we've kind of had in second year too. So some of that will be a review. You'll have another essay, a collaborative task, and a test all to do during that time. And that's it. That's all for first quarter, first semester. And then second semester, again, I have no idea what we're going to be doing. If we're going to be having all 6 classes and I see you every day, or if we're still going to like do this where I don't see you again until fourth quarter, which is fine. So if I don't see you again until fourth quarter, we'll be jumping into chapter 13 right when you get back and going through all those. Same with 14 and then 15. But I just can't put the dates in here yet because I have no idea what we're going to do. And then the very last week will be pretty easy because you'll have done all your tests. I will be scheduling individual oral exams that are like 15 minutes max. And you'll have your last cultural portfolio assignment. And then after all that, you will have earned 5 UW credits in Spanish. I will get more information later about like if you really want to get the credit, like how much it's going to cost, who you pay, when you pay, and all of that. If I will say, if you're a senior and you know where you want to go to college next year, you might want to like call that college and ask them if they would accept this transfer credits because it's a good deal if they do. But some colleges don't, and you probably don't want to waste your money if they're not going to accept the credits, if you know where you're going. All right, that's it. And I will answer more questions as they come up, but this is just something you can refer back to. Adios.